Alright, today we're going to talk about statements, proving statements about segments and angles by using deductive reasoning, and we will write proofs using geometric theorems. A proof is a logical argument that shows a statement is true. There are several formats for proofs. One of them that which we are using is a two-column proof. It has numbered statements and corresponding reasons that show an argument in logical sequential order. In a two-column proof, each statement in the left-hand column is either given by information or the result of applying a known property or fact to statements already made. So our definitions, our theorems, postulates. Okay, and then each reason in the right-hand column is the explanation for the corresponding statement. Proof statements about segments and angles. Again, reflexive, symmetric, and transitive. We had these for our rules for equality. They also apply to congruence. Remember, a congruent segment. Segments are congruent and segment lengths are equal. Alright, reflexive again, where a segment is congruent to itself. Symmetric, if segment AB is congruent to segment CD, then segment CD is congruent to segment AB. That's where we switch them. Transitive, if segment AB is congruent to segment CD, and segment CD is congruent to segment EF, then segment AB is congruent to segment EF. Two unlike things, segment AB and segment EF, are congruent to the same segment, therefore they're congruent to each other. And those same rules, reflexive, symmetric, and transitive, also apply for angles. Again, an angle congruent to itself is reflexive. Switching the order, alright, that's symmetric. And transitive again, if angle A is congruent to angle B is congruent to angle C, then angle A is congruent to angle C. Two different angles, angle A and angle C, are congruent to the same angle, angle B. Therefore, they're congruent to each other. Alright, here's a two-column proof. We're going to give it a try. Statement 1 is our given. The length of AC equals the length of AB plus the length of AB. That's given. Now, what else do we know? The only thing, that's our only given statement, so we're stuck with that. Now we look at our diagram. Do we have anything here? Well, the only thing I know from my diagram is the fact that length AC equals length AB plus length BC. And that again is whole equals sum of parts. Now, with geometric proofs, your statements, they come from givens, they come from your diagram, or they come from previous statements working together. We have no more givens. That's our only diagram. We exhausted that. So now, can we come up with a statement from these two given statements? And I see that two different things, length AB plus length AB, length AB plus length BC, those are two different things, are equal to the same thing. Therefore, they're equal to each other. What's that again? Two different things equal to the same thing. Equals is transitive. Again, we're talking about equal statements. That's why transitive rule is equality. Now, this looks somewhat similar to our proof statement, but we have some extra stuff there. What do we have? What's extra? What do we have to get rid of? Well, I see these are the same on both sides, so length of AB equals the length of AB, right? Something is equal to itself. Equals is reflexive. Now, what do we need to do with that? In order to go from step 3 here, how do we get to our proof statement? We need to subtract those out, right? If I take this left side and I subtract length AB, I'm left with length AB. If I take this right side and I subtract length AB, I'm left with length of BC. What's the only subtraction rule we know? Equals minus equals, the result is equals. If we took an equal statement, subtracted an equal statement, the result is still going to be an equal statement. Another proof. Again, start out with our given. Measure of angle 1 plus the measure of angle 2 equals 180. It's given. Now, we do happen to have another given. Is that going to help us? Look where we need to get. We need to talk about measure of angle 2 equals 118. Well, that means I got to get rid of this somehow, and that has to become smaller. Well, I know the measure of angle 1 equals 62 degrees. That's given. What can I do with that then? If this equals 62, we can put that in there. 62 plus the measure of angle 2 equals 180. What's that called? Substitution. Now, remember, I'm your mean algebra teacher. You got to show all your steps. So what's the next thing we're doing here? We're getting rid of 62. So 62 equals 62. A number equals itself, equals is reflexive. Now you got to ask yourself, self, what am I doing with that 62? We're subtracting, right? So 62 plus the measure of angle 2 minus 62, we're left with the measure of angle 2. 180 minus 62, we're left with 118. What did we do there? We subtracted, right? The only subtraction rule we know, equals minus equals, the result is equals. Took an equal statement, minus an equal statement, the result is an equal statement. And that is my lesson today for proving statements about segments and angles. Thank you.